Oh, I just hit myself in the nose. Hey guys, it's me, Nicola Dickens with Mic here. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel, whichever the case may be. If I don't slice my nose off with my nails, holy shit. So today is going to be a different type of video. We will be smoking, but we're not actually doing a weed review. Sorry, I am trying to get used to this. We will get there. So I am having a tough day. And I decided the next tough day that I had, we were going to sit down and we were going to do a little bit of work. One of the things that I know through my history with school and all of this wonderful good stuff is that trying to fix yourself is not the easiest thing in the world. However, trying to fix a group or trying to help a group with that helps every participant, which is what I decided I'd like to do. So, I have had a really rough 2 years. I mean, really rough. I had 3 suicide attempts. One was very, very close. I ended up swallowing a bunch of pills. The reason why I'm still with us is because, and that one was actually an accident. The reason why I'm still with us is because when I did that, I didn't eat anything, and I hadn't had anything in my stomach in a couple of days, so my body couldn't metastasize the medication. So thank God that happened. I am very happy that happened. Cheers, guys. But I saw myself going back down this slippery slope with everything in the news, everything going on, trying to do my own story. That one has been hell in a handbasket, let me tell you. So I decided we have a couple of books that we're going to work out of. One is the Anti-Anxiety Workbook. This has exercises, activities, tips, tricks, inspiring quotes to color, and all this other good stuff. Who is this by anyway? I got this book. I got it off of Amazon. I think I paid like $6-7 for it. It wasn't bad. Okay, we'll go through who the author is and everything else because that's in the first part that we're going to be doing. So what I did was I got our anti-anxiety and I started looking at it and started reading to see where we wanted to go and where we wanted to start. So I have that. I know where we're going and where we want to start. So I decided we're going to start with some adult coloring crap. One of the things that I've always found is that when you're coloring and you're doing stuff and you're thinking or you're listening or you're whatever, sitting here coloring helps me to concentrate a little bit more on the words that I'm hearing or on something that I'm doing in the background. So because I will be doing this later on in here, we will be stopping in this book right before our Dear Anxiety letter. And then we will pick it up next week in Manic Mondays, which is what this is, episode 1. And we're going to do the activities as we go through. I am not going to put all of them on here. I'm not going to redo the entire book. We're all adults here. We all know. I am, however, going to go through a little bit of it. We're going to do some of the activities. I'm going to share with you some of the things that I've been working on and how I've been struggling. I will be sharing with you guys the Say Goodbye to Anxiety letter. So, that I will be sharing with you. It will not be today. It will be in next Monday's Manic Monday. So, I wanted to start with something that I personally wrote about 1.5 years ago. But let's smoke first. Uh-oh. I forgot the water. So, I do this every now and again. I don't know what it is. I get to go in and then I screw it all up. My hubby says it's because I go too fast. And then I'm hurry, get it done type of a person. I guess I really kind of am. So I'm glad that was really cold water. Got us going over our beautiful. So this is a nice, freshly cleaned bong. I love clean bongs. They're just so beautiful to me. I need to come up with another idea for a bong. I've actually gone to 2 or 3 smoke shops in the last, 2 months, and I have not found a bong one that I like, and my hair is all like catawampus, so we're just going to do that and forget about it. So let's go ahead and eat this sucker. and let's get it going. So as always, guys, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button to join the Weedy family here on YouTube, where we are going to start off with 3 days a week working on different activities. I'm going to throw a 4th day in there on regular social media to where we're doing a throwback Thursday, and I'm just trying to come up with something to kind of get me a little bit more excited in what we're doing. I have so many things going on. I am currently working on the studio space in there. I'm excited. I can't wait. I'm actually closing down this campsite. Friday, we leave Friday. We are going to go into Sun City for a few weeks, and then I don't know what we're going to do. I haven't decided yet. That's kind of the cool thing about living in the RV, is we can decide on what we want to do. During the winter months, I like to stay off-grid, simply because the weather, I can go anywhere in Arizona with the weather, and it is beautiful. Like today is going to be 70s. I'm only having a long sleeve shirt on because I got up at 2:30 this morning and it's cold at that time. So let's go ahead and grab this. Let's do some Acapulco Gold Sugar Wax. Right there. As always, fuck cancer, fuck anxiety, fuck depression, fuck COVID. In with the good, and out with the bad. So I was smoking earlier, and I just got my lungs full, and that tickle in the back of your throat hit, and you were like, oh, and I spit all over my dog. He looked up at me as this wall of smoke was hitting him in the face, and the shower, and you could just see him. He's like, I mean, if it were me, I'd been like, and that's what he was doing. It was hilarious. He didn't think so, though. I don't think so. My poor old dog, my Malamute Rappy, he's old. He's very old. And he's been through it all, let me tell you. I have thrown up on him. I have bled on him. He's bitten me once because I got between him and another husky when they were fighting, and he ended up biting my finger. Wasn't really happy about that though. He let go and like dropped. It was the strangest thing. But that poor dog has been through hell in a handbasket with me. Let me tell you, all the way down to the point where he has actually peed on me twice. And it was around my husband because I was outside playing with him. My husband came out, was talking to me, and I stopped paying attention to him. So he peed on me to let me know that I am his. My husband lost it. He just started laughing. He thought it was the best thing. I'm like, whatever. And if that wasn't enough, about a year later, we were all out, me, him, and the kids were all playing inside the house and running back and forth. And one of the kids like tackled me. We did like this dog pile on the bed. And I had gotten up and he lifted his leg and peed on me again, as if to say, no, that's mine, not yours. He's an asshole. At least that's what I call him. So let's go ahead and jump into this. So I resurrected this simply because I've had a ton of comments on this that are not actually going through. I don't know why. It's the first time I actually noticed that, so I guess I'm going to have to fix that now too. So this is something that I wrote during my first suicide attempt. I titled it, I'm so sorry. Sometimes things get so overwhelming, suicide prevention. So trigger warning, you know, as I look down at these pills, I think about my life, regrets, loves, and not so great loves, karma? Maybe. One of the most common phrases I use is I must have killed somebody in a previous life. Life, oh my god, both frail and strong lives alike. What if I had other lives like reincarnation at different times and we come back even harder? We come back to even harder times. I've had such a hard childhood that it scares me that life can get worse. Evil truly does exist. I look down at these 13 pills in my hand. What about my sons? How would they take it? Would they even care? Would they eat? Would they blame themselves? Or would they hate me? If I start crying, I apologize. I I feel this still. Especially since I've been in that depression and anxiety mode again. So it really, I remember being here. I remember what it feels like. I remember what I felt like. I remember feeling like this recently. I remember all of this, and it scares the hell out of me. It really does. I look down at the pills, 13 pills, at 4 milligrams each, 52 milligrams of a strong muscle relaxer should work. What if it doesn't? What if I wake up again or end up fucked up? I opened the bottle and poured more into my hand. 22 pills. That should do the trick. I looked down at the pills in my hand. 88 milligrams of a serious muscle relaxer. What about my hubby? The man I love. I don't know, honestly. I believe he'll be better off in the end. Tears run down my cheeks as I think of the dogs, Tigger and Raffy. Will they be okay? Dad'll take good care of them. I tell myself as I stare at the 88 milligrams in my hand. My demons won't let me put them down. I don't know what I want anymore. To take them or put them away. Ask for help. They say yeah, because that has worked so well in the past. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't want to feel this way anymore. Sorry. I hate this. But I need to get through it. These feelings are hard to fight. And I always seem to have that demon sitting on my shoulder or whispering sweet lies in my ear. Living life in pain as so many people do today. And with anxiety and depression and patients aren't being heard anymore. I used to be able to walk into a doctor's office and the doctor took the time to actually look at a patient like me, like a person. Now, if the specialist wants a patient on the medication, they don't write for it. Today they tell you to ask your primary. The primary says no to the specialist is supposed to do that. And back and forth, and the other person is one suffering. The patients, and don't get me started on pain management, because that's all still going on here, is the doctors making sure that they thrive at the cost of the patient, using us as test subject. I had my third attempt this last summer. Oh, I think that was all of it. Hold on. Yeah. That is the poem that I wrote. Thank God. October. Yeah. After writing it, I knew I had to post it. So I went ahead and I did a post. I never read this poem on my YouTube channel. I've never put it anywhere else. I think it's on my RSS feed though, because I've had a lot of comments on it. And I was just noticing that I'm not seeing any comments, which is really odd. And there are several hundred actually, of people that have felt that same thing that I have, that same feeling of hopelessness and depression. And if this is what the world is today, what is it going to be like tomorrow? And it scares the hell out of me. It really does. All of these things that are going on, and over the next couple of weeks, we're going to be working on our anxieties, we're going to be working on our phobias, we're going to be working on our depression, and we're going to go through all of this, and we're going to try to make sense of this, and see if we can help each other get back on track. Get our lives back into the place that we want them to be. So, without further ado, I wrote that about 1.5 years. I will be updating that. I have more verses for that poem. I just don't have them in yet. So I decided I'm not going to have 5 different pieces of paper to kind of show it to you. So within the next week, this will be up for the first Manic Monday, and that will be in there as well. So let's check it out. So it says, welcome and congratulations, because if you have this book in your hands, it means that you have decided to change, to move forward, and to stop suffering from anxiety. And if someone gave you this book, it means you have really good friends. This book is a toolbox. You will find exercises to understand the mechanisms of anxiety and its impact on your body and mind. Exercises to understand your own functioning and to free yourself from worries. Simple tips and fun exercises for light stress management on a daily basis. Practices for long-term stress management. Exercise to develop your self-confidence, which is a huge one. I never realized how unconfident I was in myself then when I started reading a lot of this. And I'm like, holy shit. I have a lot of accomplishments in my past, but when I have to sit down and actually talk about them, I can't remember half of them. I mean, just like, did you guys know that I met the surviving members of the Tuscanini Air pilots? And they were phenomenal. It was so much fun and so cool to listen to their stories. And I know that I think it was 5 alive then, and I think there's down to 2 now. But that was a really cool thing. I mean, I've done so many things. I've sat on boards of nonprofits to owning my own business. And throughout all of this, you wouldn't know because I've been a bumbling idiot online for the most part. So I give you this. I tell you now, I give you this promise. We're going to be making some changes around here. Okay. Exercises to develop your self-confidence. Coloring pages to help you relax. Now I'm going to take a moment right here because we are actually going to be working on a coloring page today. So I brought my coloring pencils out with me. And, of course, I printed this out. Some adult coloring pages. So, adulting is total fuckery of absolute bullshit. And so, as I say here today, I'm not adulting. I don't want to do it. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see. I don't know. Can't decide yet. We'll see. Leave me the fuck alone. I figured this one will go on the studio door. So, when I'm recording. Sorry. Holy shit! I'm thinking bathroom door. To make my hubby smile and laugh. So, you know, we have a pocket door, so as he closes the door, it'll be on the side of the bathroom so he doesn't notice it. Just something fun. Dream catchers, as you guys know, I suffer from severe nightmares and night terrors. I do have a dream catcher, sorry. I do have a dream catcher actually in my room. I want to try making my own. I'm going to get a kit and make one. So I'm probably going to do that as one of our exercises. But I figured we can color one. What the hell? Not my problem. Now, this one is actually going to be hanging on my mirror in my bedroom. Because that's something I need to remember. At times, I'll see something going wrong or whatever, and for some reason, my stupid ass wants to help. And you know, if somebody wants help, they can ask me, and I don't need to be forcing myself on that. So, yeah, not my problem. Just like, I could tell you what was going on, but it's not our problem. Greetings from Go Fuck Yourself. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with that. That might actually go on the complaint door. You know, to the bathroom or the toilet seat. I haven't decided yet. And you know I'm kidding. I'm not going to have coloring pages all over my house. We're not all psychic. Bitch, use your turn signals. Now, you know, yeah. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Calm the fuck down. That is another one that I'm doing for myself, because there are times when I do need to remind myself that, hey, I'm safe, I'm in my home, nobody can get in unless I let them in. And that would be a good reminder for me to, to remember, calm the fuck down. I go through a ritual before I take a nap, before I go to bed at night, before anytime that I don't feel comfortable or I don't feel like I'm going to be giving much attention to what's going on around me. I'll lock every door. Then I look at every window. Then I go back and check every door. So it's a lot of OCD, trying to make things safer, or so that way I feel safer. Because inside this space, I'm safe. Out there, I don't always feel that way. Ask your doctor, if shutting the fuck up is right for you. Yeah, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Fuck it, I'm alive. That's something I do need to remember a little bit more. About a month and a half ago, I thought I lost $100. I do. I freaked out. I'm like, oh my god, I can't find this money. We need this money. I checked everywhere. And I double checked and I triple checked. Couldn't find this money. And my husband's like, it's okay. We'll be fine. And at that point, it wasn't whether or not we were going to be fine or whether or not we needed something. It was, I had lost money. I don't fucking lose money. That is something that doesn't happen. So I was mad. I was super pissed off at myself because I lost money. So reminding myself that, fuck it, at least I'm alive, is the right thing to go. Well, about, I want to say 2 days later, my husband and I decided we were going to go to Arby's for dinner. And we had to drive up the hill because it's at the middle point of this area. So we went up there, picked it up. We're in the truck on the way back, and we're coming back down and into town. And I was looking for a receipt in my purse. And I was just going through all the pockets in my purse looking for a receipt. When all of a sudden, I saw the envelope that the money was in. So me, not thinking, goes, ah! While my husband is driving down the road. So he's like, oh my god, what? I'm like, I found the money. He's like, Jesus Christ, don't do that. I'm like, I know. Sorry. But I did end up finding the envelope that the money was in. Ended up that there was almost $250 in that envelope. And we ended up doing a date night because of that. So, I mean, everything turned out really well. I didn't actually lose the money. We were able to do something a little special. And it worked out really nice. So I was really, really happy. So always be yourself. Unless you're a twat waffle, then be somebody else. And that's self-explanatory. That is honestly for Facebook. That is just completely Facebook all over. I don't know. I can talk to people on every social media platform. A very diverse section of platforms. And the only issues that I really have are from Facebook. And it's not even the comments, really. I mean, every now and again I'll get a comment. I'm like, whatever, dude. But it's Facebook. Oh, that goes against community standards. Oh, that's fact checking. Oh, you're lying to your... I'm like, what the fuck? So I remember, and I don't know about you guys. You let me know. What do you think down there? I remember the day when social media was just that. Social media. Something fun to do. Something to play around with. Not something that we have to hold on because of our lives depend on it. And that's what's turning it around. I don't know. I am that white woman. Sorry to say it that way, but yeah, I see dogs on Facebook and I'm like, oh, the puppy. And that's just, I guess that's a part of who we are. It's our culture. We know that we love animals, cats and dogs, and I don't know, we're the only ones that seem to be psychotic and weird animal ladies. I don't know what it is. We're all just, it's not your dog women, it's not your cat women. They're all equally insane. And, and I'm that dog person. I have my Melanie. I have my mini Aussie. And then, oh my God, I have this cute little video of my mini Aussie playing with a toy mini Aussie. Oh, it was adorable. I will post it up for you guys to see. It was really cute. And so I told my husband, I'm like, okay, well, when Raffy dies, because he's old, can I have one? He's like, fine. So, yeah, we are, I don't know what it is with women, white women, and their crazy dog obsessions. I mean, we make TikToks and YouTube channels for our animals, and we give them a voice, and I don't know, we're weird. We're weird. Okay, so that, and that, that is a badge of honor for me. Sorry, I'm just playing at this point. Suck. Because we can. Enjoy the fucking moment. Oh my God. I have, a video that's going up on my RV channel, which I need to get all the channels into here so you guys can all see them, but I have a video that's going up in my RV channel that actually I got called out on. And by that is, I found this really cool little, I don't know, crevice in the side-by-side that I could plop my phone into, and as we drove, I could videotape everything, and everybody could see what was going on. It's actually kind of cool. I replayed it a few times now, and it's like a roller coaster, and it's, I don't know, it's just crazy. It's really funny. So I like to get really, really high and then watch that, because it's like you're on this roller coaster. It even sounds like it's on the roller coaster. It's really cool. But my best cuz John and Sherry told me that I needed to enjoy the moment a little more. And I said, I am enjoying the moment a little more, and then I'm going to enjoy it more later. And he started laughing and left me alone. He thought it was funny. I do like to do weird things. Make it fucking happen. That's what we're going to do this year with our channel and with our website. You are a badass motherfucker. That's right. I am a badass motherfucker. You know it. And the reason why I did that is because I see, I'm gonna have to say, I see a video once, twice a week. No, once, twice a day anymore. It used to be once, twice a week. Now it's more once, twice a day, where, especially since the Cardi B WAP song came out, that, these women, these girls and these women don't have, I don't cook, I don't clean, I mean, I don't do nothing. And I'm like, okay. Okay. How's that going to work for you later? How is that, because beauty fades. I'm a prime example of that. I was cute when I was younger. Cute. That was it. Cute. And now they're taking their clothes off and they're doing all of these things and OnlyFans accounts, and oh my God. And I've started to see men post videos about some of this. And these men are walking away from these women. And the reason why they are is because they don't feel appreciated. They don't feel that these women are bringing anything to the table. I mean, there are so many things, and I agree. I'm appalled when I see a lot of this. I mean, I do everything for my husband, literally everything. I do all the laundry, do all the cleaning, grocery shopping. I buy his clothes for the most part. I mean, I go through. It's how we work. He likes to do the muscle part, and he's like, okay, tell me what I need to do. Okay. So, and that's kind of how we do our relationship. He takes care of certain things, I take care of certain things, and we come in the middle and we talk about it. And we always make sure that we talk about it. So, at the end of the day, we talk about how much money we have, or what we need to do with it, or if there's a bill coming up that we've got to deal with, or something, anything like that. Food, we go through menu items. He gives in to me a lot more often because I have a harder time eating than he does. But there are certain foods that I make sure he always has in case he doesn't want that I'm eating, like chicken nuggets and tater tots and weird things, kid stuff, which is fine. Even when we go to the doctor, I'm the one there to talk to the doctor to get the instructions that the doctor's putting him on. So if she's changing his insulin, if she wants, testing instead of every 3 months, every month for a while because his AOC is a little high, or, any of those things, that's my job. The doctors call me, tell me what the test results are. We do all of this. This is how we work. He doesn't like to be on the phone. He doesn't like to talk on the phone. I hate driving. I don't like it. I don't want to do it if I don't have to, and I don't for the most part. I drive maybe 2 or 3 times a month, and it's because I don't feel comfortable with it. I personally, I find that if I have to slam on the brake pedal, it hurts. I have pain through in here. If I'm full and I start leaking, it's so weird because when this thing leaks, it's almost like you're throwing up from here. Only you don't have this part of the throw up. It just kind of opens up and it spits. And it'll take you. I mean, it'll if you're not expecting it, it'll take you by surprise, and it's very odd. And then with the infections that I keep getting, as I catheterize, it hurts more. If I let it leak too much, it burns around the stoma. There are so many different things that go on. So it's easier for me not to drive. It's easier for me to be in that passenger seat. So if I have to catheterize or I have to empty, I can catheterize into a bottle or anything like that. So I don't have it leaking anymore. I don't have it anywhere. I don't have that problem. Plus, by being able to drain it like that, I don't have to worry about the pouch getting overextended. I don't have to worry about the body having an issue with it because once it is full, it's heavy, and you feel it. You feel it right through here, and you're kind of a little lopsided. I mean, because it doesn't go this way; it goes straight down. And then when you go, I can feel the bottom of the catheter hit right there, which is, a really odd feeling. Let me tell you. So I don't drive. He doesn't talk on the phone, and then we just kind of, I don't know, throw the dice at the what else we're gonna do. So fuck this. I'd rather be a unicorn. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Wow. Got another adulting total fucking absolute bullshit. Because it is, and then, oh, for fuck's sake. And I did this, kind of funny because I remember I saw the FFS for a long time, and I'm going to say it's probably 6 years ago. And finally, I had to ask somebody, what the fuck does that mean? And she's like, for fuck's sakes. I'm like, oh, okay. Gotcha. But it was really weird, and I couldn't get it, so I thought it was funny, so I thought I would just point that out. Okay. So, about the author. Who am I? Is it that important? Maybe I am. Maybe I'm you. First of all, you should know that I am not a psychologist. I am not a doctor. I am not a guru. I am a man born in the 80s. I have done many things in my life, and I've had different jobs in very different fields. I have played several sports and have been interested in many passions. If I can read today, I'll be in good shape. I have met many different people. What you need to know about me is that I am a very anxious person. I have lived with this since my childhood. I had suffered from the torment of anxiety for years. I've always tried to improve myself, both in my professional and personal lives, and anxiety was a formidable enemy that kept me from moving forward. So I said stop. For years, I'd observed my behaviors and those of others. I studied and tested practices, I studied again. I understood and learned many things, as I have trained a lot, and even obtained some nice diplomas. I became a business coach for a while. And if there was one thing to remember, it's that we are all responsible for our own anxiety. A second thing to remember is anxiety never goes away. Don't expect a miracle or divine intervention, and don't rely on medications. But the good news is that you can control your anxiety, and it's not that complicated. In fact, it's like learning to play the guitar or piano, for that matter. You can just pick up the guitar and for the first time and play a complicated melody. You'll have to practice over and over again. Controlling your anxiety, your stress is the same thing. That's what I propose in this book. Lots of little exercises to understand and control your anxiety. If you will find that, or you will find that some of them correspond to you, others not. This is normal. Each person is different. What I ask is that you try each exercise several times if possible. Again, there is no miracle. Give yourself time. Consider this book as a beginning, as the first, often most difficult, step. And above all, keep in mind this quote: the best way to fail is to stop before you succeed. And then they gave to contact the author. I'm going to make sure it's all down in the comments below. thekarma5@gmail.com. They didn't say what his name was. Yeah, hopefully it's someplace. But we do have an email address. Anxiety, that strange thing. We all feel anxiety at one time or another. Some of us get rid of it very quickly. Some of us only experience it on rare occasions. And then there are those who live with it daily. Those for whom anxiety is poison. Maybe you are one of them. But what is anxiety? There are many definitions. Some will say it's fear, and I would say yes and no. Anxiety is not really fear, it's its evil twin. Fear is a natural thing. It's a direct response to danger or a threat. Fear prepares us to escape, to take a defensive posture, or even fight. Anxiety is an emotion directed towards the future, near or far, in which we are not ready to face negative events. Most often hypothetical. Fear lives in the present, anxiety lives in the future. Fear is linked to a real situation, anxiety is not. Imagine you are watching television quietly. Suddenly a spider appears right there next to you. You jump and run away, you scream. This is fear. But imagine this. You are watching television quietly. Quietly? Really? No, because you're always looking around you. The walls and the ceiling under the sofa. Why? In case a spider appears, and you do that every day. There is no spider, but you're afraid of it. You are focused on that fear. This is anxiety. By the way, how many times have you been anxious about something that in the end has never happened? Actually, I've done that a lot. I am horrible at that. I don't know. One that gets me, always gets me, is my bank account. My husband, I've never been a very good book person or a very, very good accountant type person. I'm not great with money. And so he decided that him and I were going to work together. I was going to do the bills, we're going to talk about it, and that's how we're going to do it. So I get anxiety every time I know I have to check my bank account. Every time. Even if I know that the number that's in the account, let's say it's $100. I know there's $100 in the account. I get anxiety. So I will put off opening my bank account until the very last moment, to when I have to know what the answer. And then normally it's usually that $100 that I thought was in there is what's in there. So that's my anxiety. That's one of my anxieties. Another one is I'm afraid to go outside. I'm afraid to leave my little area. And my little area does have some outside, but it's not very far. I can get back in the trailer very, very quickly. And it's always because of unknown dangers. Maybe somebody could come in here, or come by, or I don't know. Anything could happen. Never does, because when you're out boondocking the way that we always do, people leave you alone because they're out doing the same thing and they just don't want any shit. So you're left alone. If people are gonna pull down a little area like this and they see like the trailer here, they'll turn around and just leave. They won't come onto the road at all because we're so close. And that's kind of how it works, and I freak myself out all the time. But again, it is a hypothetical future situation that you have no control over. So that's why we're doing this. How many times have you imagined the worst when it never happened? And then meditate on it. I've had it happen both ways. I've had me thinking of the worst, and that's what happened. And then I've had me thinking about the worst, and it wasn't close. So, I mean, I don't know. A war. If you know the enemy and you know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. If you know yourself, but not the enemy, for every victory gained, you will also suffer a defeat. If you know either the enemy nor yourself, you will succumb in battle every time. The Art of War, Sun TZU. I don't know how to pronounce that, and I'm not going to try because I will mess it up. Yes, we are going to war, but it's a peaceful war. There will be no brutality, no violence. On the contrary, we will be going to war with a smile and love. In reality, this war is a fight against ourselves. Anxiety is an enemy that we have created ourselves. It's inside us. We are certainly not going to start a murderous war and trying to kill anxiety. After all, it is a part of you. In fact, we are going to tame it and learn to live with it in serenity. But even if this fight is peaceful, if it's still a fight, and a fight requires concentration, training, sometimes a little suffering, to live better, to live free. And peace, as Sun says so well, we must know our enemy as well as we know ourselves. Understand that you must therefore know who you are deep down inside. Understand also that you must know your enemy and understand his strategy. If you're ready for war, yes, then let's go. Take your weapons, your smile, your good mood, and above all, your love. Okay, so the next Monday when we come back, we are going to be doing the Declaration of War and our Dear Anxiety letter. And that's what we're going to do here. However, I think we need smoke. I hate when that happens. Please don't break that off. So, as always, guys, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button to join the Wheaties family. Here on YouTube, we're here 3 days a week. We're going to do some anti-anxiety, anti-depression stuff. We're going to be smoking and talking about different strains of weed. We're going to be doing some relaxation exercises, a little bit of coloring, and just having a nice, calm, relaxing day. So how have you guys been? Have you guys been anxious lately? Have you seen some that shit that's been going on. I mean, we are officially in a shitstorm, I guess. It's a shit show year. As always, guys, fuck cancer, fuck anxiety, fuck depression, and with the good, and out with the bad. It's actually kind of good. It's not bad. So let's see. So I will get links up on the website for all of these coloring pages. You know, just something easy and nice. I'm gonna see what we got here. Hopefully I have some sharpened pencils here, because I haven't done this in a while. Yeah, so I have decided we are going to take about an hour or so once a week to kind of go over a little bit of what's going on. I know that there is a civil war between Ukraine and Russia right now. I pray for all the people involved. I really do. I don't think one person should be held over another. We are all equal. We all put our our jeans on the same way, one leg at a time. And I don't want to see anybody getting hurt. But what I can say is that there's not a lot of fuckery going on. Really, a lot of fuckery going on. I mean, it freaks me out. It gets me depressed. My husband and I will end up fighting over it because he likes to watch the weather in the morning, and they always play the freaking political crap. And he starts freaking out and starts yelling, and he's not yelling at me. He's yelling at the TV, but I'm the only one here, so it stresses me out. I have issues with ulcers, because I don't handle stress well. That's another reason why we are working on this. So yeah, it's been difficult. It's been very difficult at times to be able to, I don't know. You know, we're two very different people. I have a very sordid past, and there are times when he'll say something that triggers me. And he doesn't mean to do it. He just gets really frustrated. But it's that I can't do it. It's insane. I know I keep saying this. I am almost done recording my journey story. About all the sexual abuse that I went through, the physical, emotional, you name it, trafficked. All of that stuff's gonna start coming out. I find it interesting that the one that really, really hurt me was family. And, he's still freaking alive. He's like 96 and still alive. I wasn't even the only girl that he did that to. So it was Um, there were previous issues, and because he lives in a democratic state, and he didn't get anything. He didn't get in trouble. It didn't help that my dad had gone to get me, and neither one of my parents really liked me. I was just there. I forgot where I was going with that. I don't know. I have a lot of triggers when it comes to children, when it comes to anything like that. And, I see all of this, LGBTQ. I'm not going to try. I'm sorry. I have respect for all of you. Okay. I mean, you live how you want to live. It's your life. Please. Just, the only thing I care about is that you're a good person. I don't care if you're girl or boy or. Don't even started. I don't care what you are. I don't care if you are the unicorn that will be coloring next or something. I don't care. Yeah, let's go here for a second because I'm gonna try to make this nice and soft. I hope. I've seen all of these things recently with that community, with the alphabet community. And I'll tell you what. Us women, just plain old Jane women, feel like we're being canceled. It's really what it's about. We're not getting that recognition any longer for being that mom, for being that, and don't get me wrong, I totally agree with a lot of the gentlemen out there today that some of these women don't deserve it. They need to do a little bit more work. But I think I think somebody lied to you guys. Because I love me some gay shopping, some trans shopping. I love it. It is so much fun. Oh, I love hitting, we used to be able to hit the mall and do shopping and doing stuff. Oh, I had the best group of guys. Oh. Few of them were a lot more girlier than me, but holy shit, they are so much fun. So much fun. Not only are they so much fun. Oh wow, do they have flair? I think is the word I want to use. They can take a plain, ordinary hat and turn it into a masterpiece. So, I think somebody lied to you guys. We, women, we don't have a problem with you. We love you. Sometimes we love you more than our real men. It's that we don't want to be pushed anymore. We just, we want to do our thing like you. We don't want to be racist. We want to be on your side. We just think that, we want to level the playing field a little bit more. You have your, I didn't want to do this, your transgender swimmer. I think it's great. Honestly, I was a competitive swimmer in my day. I spent 8 hours a day in the pool every day of my life. And 12 hours if it was a swim meet or, the Olympic festival or where we're at. But which I did go. We don't want to compete against you. And it's not because we're inferior. It's because we're different. Is really all it is. When I was swimming competitively, I had a friend. His name was Jeremy. We'll just say, and when you put him next to me, I am 5'3", 105 pounds at that time. To his 6'2", 180, 190, I'm guessing. No body fat whatsoever. When you put us in the pool, we were different. And it wasn't that one was better than the other, which, yes, he was faster than me. He had me in stroke, which means when he pulled, he had he had a foot on me there, and then he had a half foot on me there and a foot on me in height. You can't compete against it. You just can't compete against it. It's different than running. Running is, you're using your hands for that momentum and for that balance. When you're in the water, you're pulling with your hands just as strong as you're pushing with your legs or paddling with your legs. So it's not comparable. That's what I mean. Is that because the male frame is this way and the female frame is this way, when you start playing with that, then you're going to have an issue. I understand that, that there was one suggestion of saying, hey, why don't we have a transgender? So, I don't know what you call it, area or competition. And I don't see anything wrong with that either. The problem is when you put two wrestlers together, you have to match them in size. You can't match that. If you look at the two women's frames, body frame, and his stature, there's a lot of difference, and they can't recover from that. So they can't at all recover from that unless you have to find somebody that is on his equal. You're using your body, your momentum, your strength, your muscle. Even in that case, the man does still have a slight advantage. I love this one. Hair. There's a whole bunch of things that become involved. Suit size, that drag on your suit, whether or not it's your time of the month. There's a lot of things that come into play here. So I don't think it's all of these women. From what I've seen, I haven't seen too many women that are just trying to cancel him because he's obliterating their records. To the point where they won't be able to recover, and that kind of feels like we're being canceled. And come on, no, shit's gotta end. It's gotta stop. Even a doctor would be looking at that, and any sports medicine would say that there is a very clear advantage with him than with them. So I'm impressed that that you've gotten the records that you've gotten. In the league, I just have so many questions. Like, I know you swam in the men's league, but when did you stop swimming for the men's league? And did you swim? I'm not going there. No, I mean, so many questions. And, it's, I don't want to ask the questions because I don't want to be rude. Because I honestly don't know where that line would be between what's rude and what's okay. That's unacceptable. You're honestly asking. I get it, and I don't want to make anybody feel uncomfortable or because I'm asking a question. So we will stop that here. But yeah, that is my question. I don't know. I've seen so many things over the last week about women. We had a justice that couldn't define women. Well, I can. She brings life into this world, you know. For me, because I can't explain everybody how all of them are, but I brought life into this world. I nurtured it. I held on to it. I watched it. I stood back and made sure that when he bumped his head, he didn't bump it too hard. I was always there. A mom is always there, no matter what. Even when dad's not there, mom's the dad. It's just how it is. It's that parent that most little boys fall in love with first because it's you have your daddy's girls and your mama's boys, and it's one of those things that they have, and we carry life. It doesn't work that way with transgender. I mean, and then I have so many questions like gender fluid and I don't understand that. Is it that you have no gender? Can you change your gender all the time, like morning, noon, and night? If that is that what I don't know. Maybe is that what I'm asking? I know I have so many questions. Ugh. I have so many questions about a lot of things. But yeah, those are a couple of my questions that I have. If you happen to be transgender, or you have somebody in your family that happens to be transgender, and they don't mind, if you show them this video and have them answer the questions, then down below, I'm just curious. I don't understand it, and I guess that maybe if I understand it, then maybe I'll understand it. I don't know how to say it. Maybe I will be able to understand how to use it correctly. How's that? Because I am curious. I don't want to offend anybody. I don't want to be mean to anybody. I mean, but I in the same term, if you're being, mean, how does that saying go? What's good for the goose is good for the gander. So, yeah, just a few questions. That's all I have. But this is one way that we are talking our way into feeling a little bit better. We are working with, our first skill. And that's really how this is going to go. Next week we're going to be working on our Dear Anxiety letter so we can start making our anxieties play nicely with us. And then we're going to be looking at some other things with activities, and we are also going to be doing a cannabis day. So I've got some materials I would like to show you that I found out about cannabis, and so I'm going to bring those in. We're going to start a couple new series, this being one, that being another. So, as always, guys, I hope you have a beautiful day. Mad love, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!